What do you get when you mix a war-torn puppy and a veteran with PTSD? A match made in heaven. We bring you the story of Paws of War, a nonprofit that rescues hungry, homeless cats and dogs that service members find overseas and then trains the dogs to provide therapy to veterans. The president and co-founder, Robert Masiri, tells us how it all started.
So we started many years ago bringing dogs back from the Middle East for our active military at the time that were deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq. And we were getting phone calls frantically from the family members of these service members that they rescued a dog, a puppy, and they fell in love with it. It's now 6 months old, and they refuse to leave it behind. The military does not allow them to transport or bring those dogs out of that country. So we have to get involved, and that's when it started.
How did these puppies get rescued?
So they were in the Middle East with Allied forces, not American forces, but Allied forces in the Middle East. And a DOD worker, was a veteran now working with the Department of Defense, knew that these dogs were in a training camp and they were going to be surplus, and they were not going to make the training, and they're dual-purpose dogs, detection, all these different things. They were going to be euthanized, and they stepped in and they said, and hands were tied there. They reached out to us, and here they are today. It wasn't easy getting them out. But we did it. We have some veterans still over in the Middle East that are having a big party that they accomplished getting them out without having them be able to see them be euthanized. And they will go on to help 3 veterans' lives, there's no question.
So Robert, tell us more about this training that you give these animals in order to help the veterans.
Picture a veteran who just can't fall asleep at night. She's afraid to fall asleep at night. Why? Because the night tremors are horrific. And when they do fall asleep, they only sleep for an hour, but that hour is horrific for them. These dogs are designed to wake them up, trained to wake them up, get them out of that. And they know that they can go to sleep now, because if they start having those reactions, that dog wakes them up. So there's a lot of little things that makes their life a lot easier. Just going into a crowded place and having PTSD is just very difficult. Knowing that that dog is trained to get that individual out of that place where that exit sign may be with ease makes that person able to go into a busy place.
This rescue operation sounds like a win-win, but how has COVID affected your operations?
So stateside, it has brought us to doing video conference on our training, to expanding space, limiting classes, to doing lots of outside training. So it's been complicated. Overseas has been really difficult getting dogs back. Flights being canceled, some countries not even allow animals out of the country on airlines because of staff problems. So it's really taken a big toll on us. It's had us at one point, excuse me, it's taken such a significant toll on us getting those animals out of these countries, where a dog that would normally take 2 months would take 5 to 7 months to get out of that country because of COVID. We're starting to see things change, but it was really brutal.
Where do you guys get your funding from?
All of our funding comes from small donations or sponsors, a small business or a foundation that wants to get behind our missions to help a soldier overseas or a veteran here in the States. It's the small people, it's other veteran organizations that help us, but we're a grassroots organization. We don't have a lot of money, so we're always looking for support.
It really says a lot that you're not in it for the money.
We are not in it for the money. You cannot pay anybody enough money to do what we do. With passion. And I think that when you're an animal person and you're a person that understands what someone else goes through, our veterans, our active military, you really appreciate seeing someone's life change, whether it's this much or this much, and we see that every day here.